Welcome to Academic E-Learning. Today we are going to see the subject Information Storage Management, and the topic is what are the challenges that are present in the data storage and its management, and what are the possible solutions that are available for that issues. Okay, so this is the topic of Unit 1. Already we had seen about what is data and what are the different types of the data and what is information and how the information is useful to the business, and also we had seen about the storage. Okay, if you want you can just see it in my previous video. In this video we are just going to see about the challenges and the solutions that are available for the data storage issues. Okay, so in previous ages only the organizations they are having their computers and the storage devices. Okay, see here the computer is nothing but they are providing much processing capabilities, and the example for the storage devices are tape reels and disk pad in their data center. Okay, so from this you come to know that, so what is data center? Data center is going to provide the high performance computing devices, and also they are providing storage devices. Okay, but due to the evolution of open system, both the individual and the business they can have their own data centers. That is, they can have their own mainframes and also they can have their storage devices. But the thing is, here the storage was present only inside the server. Okay, see, so what is server? In general, both the client and the server are connected in the local area network. Server is going to request for the services and the server is providing the service. Okay, and so due to this, therefore now we know that individuals and the business are having their data centers. Okay, therefore they can have many number of server. This leads to unprotected, unmanaged and many islands of or many pieces of information, and also we are having increased operating cost. Okay, so here cost is related to time and space. That is, we are requiring more time to access the data, and also we require more space to store in the storage devices. Okay, and also they are having limited policies for managing the server and for the data creation. Okay, so the best solution is there is an evaluation from the non-intelligent internal storage to the intelligent network storage. That is, not the storage devices are present inside the server, it can also be present in the network as a separate components. Okay, so here is the solution. Here you can see internal dash. Okay, see, internal dash is nothing but the direct attached storage. Okay, so from the name itself you come to know that the storage devices is directly attached to the server. Okay, and the second one is RAID. This is nothing but redundant array independent disk. Okay, but this is a technique, and this technique is used in many storage architectures like NAS, SAN. Okay, and the next one is NAS SAN. See, NAS is nothing but the network attached storage, and SAN is nothing but the storage area network, and finally we are having IP SAN. This is nothing but internet protocol storage area networks. Okay, so now we are going to see all these things one by one. First we are going to see about RAID. RAID is nothing but a redundant array of independent disk. Okay, so this is already I said this is a technology, and this technology overcome the issues of cost. Okay, so what is cost? Cost is a term that is related to time and the space. Okay, therefore if you are using the RAID means we will usually take a less amount of time to access the data, and the data is also not require much space in the storage devices. Okay, and also they are providing good performance and availability of data is ensured. Okay, so availability means whenever you are want some data, means if you are enquiring the storage devices, definitely you will get the data from the storage devices. Okay, so here keep in mind availability is the word that is ensuring the accessibility. Okay, and next one is still some evaluation is or some modifications is going in the right technology, and this is the best technology that is used in all storage architectures such as DAS, SAN and so and so. Okay, and next one is direct attached storage. Already I said what is this? This is the storage devices and it can be directly attached to a server or a group of server. Okay, so in this diagram you can see that you are having many workstations. Okay, so here the workstations is nothing but the computer that the user are working. Okay, and most importantly workstation is nothing but the client, and here you are having the servers. Okay, and both the client and the servers are connected to the network, and this network can be a local area network or it can be a wide area networks. Okay, and here you are having the data storage devices. So this is nothing but the storage devices and this is connected to a group of servers. And the best example for the storage devices, or it can be a RAID or it can be a optical disk or it can be a tape library. Okay, and this storages here also you are having two type. One is the internal DAS and next one is external DAS. Okay, so internal DAS means the storage devices is present within the server. Okay, so here also we are having secondary storage devices, right? In our computer we are having a secondary hard disk and also we are having RAM, right? So these are all the internal direct attached storages, and also we are having external. External means the storage devices that are present outside the server and that is directly connected to it. Okay, and we are having some, why we are having this two type of DAS means we all have some problems in the internal direct attached storage. So what is that? We are having limited storage capacity. Okay, for example, if you are going to buy a laptop means definitely you will have that 4 GB RAM or 2 GB RAM, right? Therefore the capacity is very limited. Okay, so in order to avoid that we have to go for external direct attached storages. Okay, and next we are going to see about storage area network. So what is this? See here you are having a network and this network is going to provide block level communication between the server and that of the storage. Okay, so here the network, and also this network is called as fiber channel network, and this is not the IP, Internet Protocol network. This thing you have to remember, that is storage area network is a fiber channel network and it is just going to provide the block level communication. Okay, not the file level communication. It is just going to provide the block level communication between the servers and the storage devices. Okay, so this diagram is very clear that here you are having n number of server and you are having n number of servers clients, and here you are having n number of servers and here you are having n number of storage devices. Okay, and the client is connected to the server via the local area network and the server is only connected with the storage devices via the storage area network. Okay, and this is a dedicated network. Okay, and next one is what's the main advantages? It is offers scalability. So what is scalability? Scalability is nothing but extendability. Okay, that is if you want more server or if you want more devices that can be attached to this storage area network. Okay, that is scalability, and you are having, it is offering availability. So availability, already I said this is related to the term accessibility. Okay, and also we are having good performance and also we are having cost benefits. Already I said cost is the term that is related to time and the storage when compared to that of the DAS. Okay, and next we are going to see about network attached storage. Okay, so here you can see the storage devices will act as an individual component in the network itself. Okay, so here you are having many clients, and here you are having the servers, and this client is connected to the server via the Ethernet. See, Ethernet is nothing but the local area network. Okay, and here also you are having the here you are having the storage devices. Okay, so here, and most important thing is, first one is it is connected to the existing network. Okay, that is, it is present in the network itself as the individual component. And second one is it is just going to provide storage for the file serving applications. Okay, that is, what is file serving application? That is the application, it is just going to upload the files to the storage devices. Okay, and the main benefits are, it offers higher scalability, and availability is there, performance is good, and also cost benefits is also there when compared to other general purpose file server. So the one thing we have to remember in a network attached storage is, it is dedicated for the file serving applications. Okay, that is, it is just going to provide storages for the files that are uploaded by the clients or the servers. Okay, and the next one is the most important one, that is the Internet Protocol storage area network. Okay, so this is the combination of storage area network and that of the network attached storages. So what is storage area network? Already I said this is a specialized, or this is a dedicated network providing the block level communication between the server and that of the storages, and NAS is a file level communication between the client and the server and with the storage devices. Okay, and so here you can see that, so what is this? This is nothing but SAN, right? The client is connected to the server via the network, and the server is connected to the storage devices via the storage area network. Okay, but here you can see that both the clients and the servers are connected to the storage devices via the SAN, but this SAN is called as Internet Protocol Storage Area Network. Okay, so the main benefit is you are having higher availability of the data access. Okay, and still some researchers are going on the Internet Protocol Storage Area Network, and this is current trend. Okay, yes, hope that's all. So this is about the challenges and the solutions that are available for the data storage and the data management. Hope you all are very clear with the concept. If you are having any doubt, please comment in the comment section. Thanks for watching.